What's up, VVN? Welcome back. Hey, man, thanks so much for joining me today.
My pleasure, bud.
By the way, this shirt, thank you. That was dope.
Pleasure.
I was like all dress shirted up, suit and tie, and you're like, nah, man, like get down to my level. I was like, all right, Bumblebee. All right, what's up? Tell me your name.
I'm Brian Bartell
Awesome. From
Ridgecrest, California.
Okay. Company?
Village Miracles.
I'm glad you thought about it. All right. Awesome, man. Well, tell me about Village Miracles, because Vibe Solar has donated gift cards or money or supplies, and it's close to home for us because we don't have an organization in Ridgecrest. Our main branch is out of Lancaster, so we help out there in coronavirus and stuff. But it was kind of cool to meet you, not just through friendship, but through an organization that we can help. So can you tell me more about Village Miracles?
So Village Miracles started about a year ago, and the idea was we wanted to help people that have gone through traumatic or life-changing events.
Right.
And so over the last year, we've been doing fundraisers and selling T-shirts and stuff like that to try to raise some money for some of the local people in town.
Now, when you started Village Miracles, was it because something kind of happened close to home for you?
Yeah. About a year ago, I got a phone call. A friend had cancer, and then like a week later, another friend had cancer, and a couple days after that, another friend had cancer.
That's a three.
Yeah. And they were all people that were real close to us. So we went down to the cancer center here in town and watched our friend go through some chemo, and she was given a cancer bag that had mints and lotions and all these things that the people going through chemo experience. So there was a lot of stuff in there, and she was crying and very emotional. And so hey, we need to do something like that. And so my other company, Visital, was thinking about doing some T-shirts to help raise money for just friends and stuff. And we got together with Effin' Tacos, and we came up with Cancer Effin' Sucks.
See, that's so brilliant.
And we had a great event last year in November, and we raised $7,000.
Wow.
In that one event. And people were able to donate Kleenex and hand sanitizer and things for the chemo bag, as well as auctions, and we had other things going on. So that was kind of the start of the whole thing.
So yeah, I mean, you're touching on that 7,000, and that's huge, right? Because you started. When did you start Village Miracles?
After that event,
year?
yeah,
and $7,000
in that one event.
Holy cow!
Village Miracles. The plan is to make it a nonprofit. We just haven't quite got there yet. We're still in the process of all the paperwork and whatnot, and with the help of some friends, but I'm doing a lot of this just on my own and trying to fake it. But
yeah, and you have your side hustle on top of there.
Yeah, my day job.
That's crazy. So what is Cancer Fights Back?
Cancer fighter bags.
The cancer.
So the
fighter
bags that we decided to put together have some of the same components of the cancer bags that we saw. It have the mints and the things for the chemo patients, but we're also putting in gift certificates from local businesses so that the people going through the chemo can give them to friends that are helping them out. I know our one friend was getting a ride like every day down to Lancaster, Antelope Valley for radiation. So she had friends that were driving her every day, and it's like it would be nice for her to be able to give them a Pony Espresso card or a Effin' Tacos, something for lunch or whatnot.
So that's different to me, because I like a lot of organizations give to those that are, hurting, and I guess like organizations don't really think outside the box like you do, where the family is hurting.
Right, exactly.
So that's really interesting.
Or what we tell them is, if you have a nurse that's taking extra special care of you and you just want to thank them, give them a Pony Espresso card, which is a local business that helps them out. And I think we had, for the Cancer Effin' Sex event, we had about 30 sponsors. And for the COVID shirts, 30 or so sponsors. And we took $900 and bought gift certs, and we got $2,700 in value.
Wow. So how do you know what families to give those items to? Is it just like an event and then they just pass them out? Is it something you mail directly?
We hear about it through friends. For the COVID shirts that we did, we bought gift certs from the local restaurants because they were getting shut down and stuff. So we wanted to support them.
Right.
And then we were just taking them to the pharmacy and hey, here you go. You guys have been doing great. Or a lot of the nurses, we give it to one of the leads and say, give it to who needs it. Because a lot of the nurses and staff were getting laid off or having to take personal time off because there's no one in the clinics.
So yeah, that is, you mentioned that earlier too, is the fact that the gift cards and stuff wasn't just for the those that were sick or those that were actually assisting the sick, but essential workers,
a life-changing
people
event
out there,
right? Essential workers.
I mean, remember the days we would say thank you to a police officer, thank you to someone essential of that nature, but now we're out there thanking doctors, teachers. I mean,
or the grocery store people.
I mean, it's amazing.
They have to wear that mask.
Like literally, your cashier, you're thanking them for like a service.
Yep. It's a great feeling to walk up and give them Flightline Tap Room donated gift certs and give them some, and they get excited about it. Or Effin' Tacos or Casa Corona. I mean, there was a huge list, and to see them like, hey, I'm getting thanked for that. It's a pretty good feeling.
And you pretty much build these events up. Is it like monthly events, bi-monthly?
It's just kind of what feels right. The Ridgecrest Movie Theater did a drive-in movie theater, and they came, hey, people wanted to do donations because Desert Valley Credit Union has been a big supporter for us. They said, hey, we're going to just pay for all the tickets. And then when the cinema said, hey, we're going to collect money for Village Miracles, Desert Valley came in and said, we'll match it.
I wonder if have you ever thought about, like, this is totally like off the top of my head, but have you ever thought about sponsoring, like, think about Make-A-Wish, right? You could sponsor a kid to go on a trip to go somewhere else. I wonder, like, if a good idea could be, like, sponsor Joanne, she has cancer, and then, like, you have a physical sponsor for you to help you get through that experience. I thought that would be kind of interesting.
I'm open for...
Yeah. I just came to mind, but I'm like, that would be so cool, because, like, for some people that want to know where their money's going, instead of like a kitty and like, hey, what you're doing is fantastic. You'd be like, hey, this person has gone through this. They're an Air Force vet, and you're like, I'm an Air Force vet too. Like, I want to make sure that family's right. That would be kind of interesting.
And we're open. We did Effin' Tacos did a private dinner, and socially distant and everything. We had live music. And we raised
there were some really good singers there too.
But we decided not to do it, just what the situation is right now. But brainstorming, I've got some other ideas kind of brewing, but with the situation we're in now, it makes it a lot trickier to...
Makes it a lot trickier, but it's like the time where it's needed, like the most. So it's like a catch-22. It's like you want to do the most right now, but you got to be like super strategic in how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. As far as the donations go, I know you said you do like events. Is there other ways that people can donate?
They can donate straight to the organization. villagemiracles@gmail.com or on social media. Shoot me a message, and we can find out the best way to make that happen. Otherwise, just contact me. Most people know me in the town, and
not just for donations, but I'm sure they can contact you if they're a family.
Right.
Who probably needs help.
Or if they know of someone. I've had a few people reach out to me and say, hey, my neighbor's found out she's got stage 3 brain cancer, and they're driving down south every day, so we'll go and give them a gas card. Or, hey, you guys take a break or take the grandkids. A friend just had a heart attack, and we donated. Big family, and hey, here's some local food for you, just to help out in that time of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and a little bit behind the scenes, like I've known Brian for a while now through friends and people around, but I know for a fact that money's going in the right place. Like it's like every dollar for dollar, like it's not for profit. You're not taking $1 for yourself and $1 over there. Like it all goes to the right place. The events that you hold are like super organic. The right people are coming. They're coming for a really good reason. They're coming to support. And like the Ridgecrest is a family of its own. Like everybody knows somebody.
Well, it's a village.
And it takes a village, I guess, right? But it's really important that people do know who you are. And like for this episode, we'll put in a few extra minutes on this one because it's really important to know that your money can go to the right place to people who are just your neighbor.
Right.
You're the neighbor.
Right.
You're not a big CEO of some company somewhere. You're a guy who said, "Hey, look, I can help."
And the big thing that we try to centers this on decisions on this is it traumatic? Is it a life-changing event? And that's it. If we can answer those questions, like COVID, I mean, that's life-changing
Right.
there, and that's impacted a lot of, and that wasn't a planned thing. It just, this is what happened. If we can answer and say yes to those, then it makes it that much easier to give. And I haven't had any problems with people, and I try to keep the best notes and records, and I track every gift card as best I can. If anyone had any questions, I'd feel free to come take a look at this stuff. You got a better way to do it,
well,
let me know.
You know what I got? What my feeling behind Village Miracles is that if I have a little extra money, I'm totally okay on a personal level, not from like a Vibe Solar account or anything like that. But like, hey man, what do you need? And it's just like, and I know you have so many people around you and in your organization who are the same way. Like, what do you need, and how can I help? And so what's so lucky and beneficial and rewarding for you, I'm sure, is the fact that people will come to you looking at, so what can I do? And it's like, you don't have to always be online and finding ways to like create activities to do. Like, people are just like, hey man, what can I do? Because there's always someone out there who's looking for that assistance. And I love that.
The local businesses have been great, and I know that a lot of them get taxed a lot with people asking on that COVID shirt one. I did not solicit a single person on there.
No.
They either came to me, they said, what can we do? And I said, that's up to you. You can give me $5, you can give me $500. You can donate gift shirts.
How much is this shirt worth to you?
And because every business is in a different situation. Some are closing down. Like, and I want to support them and try to let them know, like, well, we're going to raise money and come buy, $500 of gift certs from you guys.
Right.
And then give those to the right people that could really use them. So it's
great because it's good for you. It's good for the small business, and Ridgecrest is all small business.
Yep.
Everyone's a mom and pop. So awesome, dude. I love this. This is probably my favorite one of all. Touch on it one more time. Where can people find you, and how can they donate?
Village Miracles. Check me on Facebook, Instagram, villagemiracles@gmail.com.
Awesome. Obo. All right, guys. See you next time.